Hello everybody and welcome back. So lots of stuff happened this week. Not all of them were my jobs. However, that doesn't mean still quite a few things happened. One of the big things that me and Kim personally had to conquer this week was a bit of wedding planning. If you can believe it, we're less than 2 months out from that, so I have to kind of start putting a little bit of time managing and planning that whole situation. But we've got our location down. It's actually at my grandmother's house, which is really where I grew up for most of my life anyways, my formative years, let's say. And it's a beautiful 30 acres with a little pond and a house, and it's just, well, the place I think that's best for us to get married. We also didn't have to pay for a venue, which means we save money to spend it here at the house. But if I'm being honest, I don't think there's any other place I'd rather be married. That is, unless we had the house done, then maybe I'd do it here. But Kim's been doing a lot of figuring out what she wants me to wear, what she wants me to smell like, what she wants everything to kind of look like for the wedding. And so that's why we're really happy that Scentbird reached back out to us and offered to sponsor us again and help us pick a scent out for myself at the wedding.
Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. While we've been wedding planning, I've been trying to find my perfect scent, and the things that Scentbird sent us last time were very helpful. And this time, they sent us things for Caleb. We got Electric Wood by Room 1015, which he loves. This smells like fresh cut lumber with a spicy twist. We also got Joseph Aboud, Modern Gentleman. This is a lot stronger than something I would typically like, so I'm not gonna have him wear that on the wedding day. And then we also got Parfums de Marley Paris Pegasus, which is a cologne, but as y'all know, I like a cologne, and look at this beautiful bronze case. So I personally really like this one.
Scentbird is reimagining everything about how people discover, shop for, purchase, and even experience fragrances. Scentbird acts as a place to discover your individuality and gives each and every person the power to express themselves through fragrance. Scentbird lets you choose a new designer fragrance to try every month for just $17. Every month you get to pick what you want to receive, so there are no surprises. They have perfumes and colognes and a lot of unisex options. With each fragrance, you'll receive a 30-day supply so you can try the fragrances before committing to a full-size bottle. You can discover new fragrances by taking a simple quiz on Scentbird. Based on your preferences, previous purchases, and quiz answers, it'll help you find the fragrance you'll love. Scentbird carries Prada, Gucci, Versace, and niche brands like Skylar, Heretic, and Confessions of a Rebel. Make sure to use our code TSESB for 55% off your first month. That's a little over $7 for your first month.
And thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the show.
So there we have it. The first 2 windows I've actually ever restored in the house as opposed to replacing them. And of course these windows aren't just windows themselves, they have these really wonderful pieces of ironwork that go in front of the windows. And they're actually on a swivel, so you could swivel them out I believe the front room, the one this window's from, was actually the coal bunker at one point. So it's something that was necessary here. But of course, 3 of the other windows actually have this swivel on it as well. So I imagine there was a point to it at some point, a reason why you'd want to open these windows fully. The ones in the back aren't like this. The ones in the back are actually screwed to the windowsill. They're non-operational as far as opening that metalwork is concerned. The wood fill you guys are seeing is actually a product I haven't ever used before, but came highly recommended. It's a product by the name of Albatron. It comes in 2 parts. It's like this epoxy putty, and you mush it together in your hands, kind of like Play-Doh. It's really, really super lightweight. However, from what I hear, it lasts for just about ever, and it's just about the best wood filler you can buy. And glazing was a new thing for me. I've never glazed a window in my life, so that was kind of a new and interesting experience to go through. Definitely took a little bit of trial and error, but I'm happy enough with how they came out. The windows aren't perfect, but they were never going to be. Of course, the windows weren't the only thing that happened this week. The basement was abuzz with activity, mostly because we're getting our HVAC system installed. St. Louis gets hot, and you definitely need air conditioner, and this system also has heating to back up the boiler. But we'll get more into that next week, when hopefully it is complete. Dominique, my helper, was also around this week. By the way, best guy to have around. He's such a friendly guy, and he works really hard. But his big project this week was to rip the staircase off the back by the kitchen. Now, while yes, this staircase is old, it's probably from around the 20s, around the time of the second owner, the veterinarian, Dr. Ginneman. These stairs are not original. They were definitely a little beat up and definitely were starting to fail. And Dominique worked very hard getting these things off. They were concrete reinforced with rebar. They were, of course, built to last. But alas, since they are not the original stairs on the house, they have to go. They also have to go because this is where I'm putting the condenser unit for the AC. I want to put it underneath the new staircase so I can conceal it. And just like with most things in this house, the house kind of tells you what it wants. And the back porch is no exception to that rule. From where the old porch stood, you can see where the original rails were. You can even see the little round ball that was at the top of each post. So I already have a pretty good idea of what it should have looked like. Other little helpful style guide hints are the little brackets that hold the roof above this porch. And actually there's an outline that looks to me like it was a 3rd bracket, which would make sense because it would stop the water from going down the stairs to the basement. And actually building a new deck like this actually seems quite exciting to me. I get to try my hand at building very Queen Anne inspired details on a porch. I get to figure out how to work lattice and different moldings into this thing to get it back to really truly looking like a Victorian porch. And it sounds like a really fun challenge, so I'm just really looking forward to building this thing. Of course, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, maybe spring next year. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. It's a bit of a short one because I have a little road trip this weekend to a little town called Iola, Kansas. What I'm going to acquire? Well, I guess you guys will just have to check back in next week. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you guys again Monday. Bye-bye.